many conversations are you in each and every week for your business? Are you talking to lots and lots of people? If so, you probably have learned a ton. You've learned which questions lead you down a business path, which questions lead you down a product path, which questions stifle conversation, and which questions encourage conversation. But if you're not having conversations, then you probably are stumped with almost every conversation you have because you have to relearn what do you say, how do you handle the situation. And so I'm going to encourage everyone to practice connecting with people. And I use the word connecting because connection is what it's all about. When you have a conversation with somebody, it's about finding a connecting point. Maybe you have something in common as far as the sports that you like or the hobbies that you have, or maybe you have a certain type of pet and they have a similar type pet. When you find a connecting point with someone, it opens up the door for so many different areas of conversation. It pulls walls down when somebody might be a little tense or nervous or defensive. They don't know what you're trying to have a conversation with them about, and they put up a wall. Well, when you find a commonality, the wall breaks down. So I'm going to remind everybody of a acronym that gives you a couple of ideas for what to talk to people about. And so the acronym is either FORM, F-O-R-M, or FORD, F-O-R-D. The F stands for family. And so ask family questions. Do they have kids? Do they not have kids? Do they have older parents, siblings? Whatever types of family questions you can get into. The O stands for occupation. What do they do? What is their full-time career? Do they love it? Do they not like it? What would they like to do differently if they don't like their career? How many years have they been doing it? The third thing is R, recreation. So what do they like to do in their off time? And that's typically a place that you'll find some commonality. Maybe they work out, maybe they run, maybe they golf, maybe they boat, all of those things that could provide commonality. And then the last letter is either M or D. And so M stands for money, and a lot of times you don't get into those money conversations, but what would they do with more money? What could they use more money for? What would that money provide them? The D stands for dreams. And so that's an easy conversation to get involved in of, what would you really do if you could do anything that you wanted to do? What are some of the dreams that you have in your future? How are you achieving it? How are you moving toward that? I remember being in a conversation with someone and their dream was to travel. And I asked a lot of questions about, well, where would you go? What would you like to do as far as travel? I came to find out that the person hadn't really traveled and they were just enamored with the idea of getting on an airplane and just going somewhere. And so it wasn't even about international travel, it was just about travel in general. Sometimes we jump to conclusions based on our thoughts and what we do in terms of what somebody shares with us. But ask a lot of questions, understand people better, just get to know them. And the homework assignment is to connect with people. Get to know as many people as you can, asking more and more questions, and don't have anything hanging over your head about what has to happen with that conversation. Just let the conversation unravel naturally. You may end up with an awesome new friend. You may end up with a potential business partner. You may end up with a running partner or a boating partner. You just never know. And when you fall in love with the process of connecting with people, you will find so many more friends and you'll really learn how to ask better and better questions so that you can truly connect better with people.